Now, before I get into what I'm about to get into, I just want to make sure that each and every one of you guys hit that like or dislike button. Don't forget to put some motherfucking Coach K, Duke, full court pressure on that sub button, as well as that noti bell, so you can be notified via email each and every time your boy E-Thriller, aka Ham Rothstein, aka the Black Picasso, because I paint these pictures so vividly, on the sport of boxing, uploads a video. And once again, ladies and gents, welcome back. Now, first things first, man, shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to each and everybody that's going to be watching this video live on the playback. I see you. I salute you. I really appreciate y'all for rocking with your dog E-Thriller. I truly, truly appreciate it. Also, I would like to apologize for my tardiness because I had this show scheduled for 8 o'clock, and I caught myself trying to eat 2 or 3 tacos that my wife just made. Shout out to her. And all of a sudden, I don't know what the fuck she put in my shit. I don't know if my wife is mad at me, y'all, but I got a case of the mud butt. So pardon me for my 25-minute tardiness. Bear with your boy E-Thriller. I mean, I am human, y'all. I am only human. But I don't know if she put something in my beans or my goddamn rice, but the food was slapping. I mean, the food was hitting. I must say so myself. But in the end, shit tore my stomach up, y'all. So that's why I was late. So I apologize for that. And of course, I also would like to apologize for my absence, the last couple of days, because I really just ain't been too enthused with the sport of boxing. I really ain't been wanting to putting out too much content because, to be honest with y'all, it ain't too much to talk about. I mean, it really ain't. But having said all of that, I'm going to give YouTube a few more moments to send them notifications out because we know how they like to hate on my channel. And then once we do that, we're going to get into what we're going to get into tonight because, as you can see with the title, it clearly says that Terence Crawford has a plethora of options. And I'm going to explain that in this show, man. So sit back, relax, kick your feet up, go roll you something, go drink you something, do whatever the hell you got to do. But make sure you come right back and get it in the chat and share this video with your friends and family. And if you want to, I'm going to drop that link. You can click on the link and come on and rock with your boy E-Thriller. But I'm going to give y'all a couple of more minutes, man. Let me get to this chat. Shout out to my boy Craig Smith. He said, E-Thriller, the voice of real diehard boxing fans. Damn. I appreciate that, my brother. I really do. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to my boy, Mr. Julio G. He said, yo, what's popping, my brother? I appreciate you for rocking with me, man. Shout out to my boy, D-Town Blaster in the motherfucking building. He said, put some motherfucking Coach K full court pressure on that like button. And hey, we ain't gonna say it no more. In my Birdman voice, I ain't gonna say it no more. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy, D-Town Blaster. Salute to you, my brother. Shout out to my boy Davy John in the chat. He said, what's good, my guy? What's popping? I appreciate y'all for rocking with me tonight, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. And shout out to my boy, my brother, Poetic Youth of Common Sense in the motherfucking building. He said, you're not wrong. Boxing is absolutely the worst sport right now. Facts. Facts. And shout out to my boy, Resurrected Soul. He said, I'm excited for the purse bid on Friday. We're going to get into that, man, in this video. You already know, Resurrected Soul. We got to talk about that shit. But first things first, let's go ahead and get to it. I don't want to hold y'all for too long because I got to do some goddamn homework with my son anyway. So let's get straight to it. Terence Crawford is probably on cloud 9 right now, y'all. Because even though he was unable to secure a legacy fight, the passing of the torch fight with a Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, right? It's okay. It's okay. And even though some of you fanboys allow Errol Spence, a.k.a. The Truth, a.k.a. The Big Fish, at 147 pounds to hide behind size of the streets, A-side and B-side shit, 60-40, 70-30, or whatever the fuck I'm going to give him. Or better yet, maybe I'm an 80-20 a nigga. You keep playing. I'm an 80-20 a nigga. You remember when Earl was saying all that shit? But it's okay. It's okay. Because like I said before in my Floyd Money Mayweather voice, that fight wasn't going to happen anyway, y'all. And it sure as hell ain't going to happen after this eye injury that Errol Spence just suffered this past week. I mean, my Lord. My Lord. I mean, I guess it's being confirmed by multiple sources and doctors that he really tore. Well, not only tore, but it's being reported now that the man has a detached retina, which can be career threatening. So my peace and blessings to Errol Spence and his family. You know me, I get on Earl a lot, but that's mainly on boxing. It ain't shit personal. It's just about the bullshit that he was saying in avoiding Terence Bud Crawford. But I don't have anything personally against the man. I really root for the guy to come back and to pick up where he left off, right? But in the end, y'all, in the motherfucking end, all roads lead back to that man in Omaha, Nebraska. And I've been saying it from day one because the opportunities are endless. Because his deal with Top Rank is up in October, right? Which means a Terence Bud Crawford can turn into a LeBron Ramon James, who took his career by the horns and put himself in position on and off of the court in 2010 to win multiple championships with the Miami Heat by joining forces with a Dwayne Wade and a Chris Bosh. You understand what I'm saying? Led by Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra. You understand what I'm saying? To use a basketball analogy. So if you're looking at this and being objective about this shit, right? Terence Bud Crawford can really learn a lot from a LeBron Ramon James. Because this man has done this shit time and time again when it comes to his free agency. Because we all know ain't nobody better than LeBron at busting moves and doing whatever the fuck he want to do, all while keeping pressure on his owners and coaches and the coaching staff to make sure they surround him with the parts and the pieces to win championships, or at least to put him in best position to do so, right? So if you are Terence Bud Crawford, right, I say this. You have a fight, a potential fight, which Resurrect the Soul just alluded to in the fucking chat. Shout out to him. This fight with Shawn Porter may or may not go to a purse bid. We what 2 days away, if I'm not mistaken, a day before the Manny Pacquiao and your Dana Ugas fight, right? So he has that fight on the table. Who knows what's going to happen? Honestly, I don't think the fight is going to happen, but we have to throw that out there as a fucking possibility, right? That's number one. Point number two is Virgil Ortiz. Now, everybody is on this hype train. All of a sudden, I mean, Virgil Ortiz is the second fucking coming to a Canelo Alvarez. I mean, give me a fucking break. I mean, the man did beat a guy who y'all said wasn't shit, who y'all didn't even call him by his real fucking nickname. Y'all call him the Green Machine. Y'all didn't even call him Mean Machine. Y'all call him the Green Machine, right? Y'all were the ones saying that this dude was trash. Y'all were the motherfuckers saying that Bud ain't fought nobody. Y'all were the motherfuckers that said Bud got dropped by a bum. But the moment when Igis Kavalaskis went out there and rocked Virgil Ortiz not once but 2 times last Saturday, everybody want to give this man praise. Everybody want to act like this dude is a future Hall of Famer. I mean, I just don't get this shit. Can somebody make that make sense for your boy E Thriller? Talk to me, I'll talk back. I mean, talk to me, I'll talk back. You understand what I'm saying? But point number 3, let's stick to the topic. He also has a potential mega bout with Josh Taylor, who is currently the undisputed champ at 140 pounds. And if we call him a spade, I ain't gonna cap. Josh Taylor has been calling out Terence Bud Crawford for quite some time, y'all. Just FYI. I mean, he don't sound like he's afraid of Bud. He sounds like he's willing to move up to 147 to face a Terence Bud Crawford. Hell, I think that's another potential mega bout, in my honest opinion. And that fight can definitely be made in the UK. I think that fight would do tremendous numbers in the UK. I'm just going to throw that out there. That's another possibility, right? And then the fourth and final one, in my honest opinion, which is a wild card, is Mikey Garcia. Yeah, I said it. Mikey Garcia, because he has always said from day one that, hey, I am more than willing to fight a Terence Bud Crawford if he leaves Top Rank, because he don't want to do any business with Bob fucking Arum. And I don't blame him at all. I really don't blame him at all. But again, Terence Bud Crawford is in an excellent fucking position whenever it comes to his career moving forward, y'all. I mean, I swear to God, this year started off real bleak. Real bleak. It wasn't looking good for Bud. People was laughing at him when he didn't get the Manny fight. People laughed at him when Bob Arum came out and shitted on him, said I can't do nothing with him. He don't sell. He don't promote himself like a fucking Teofimo. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody was just taking shots and throwing darts at the pound for pound king and Terence Bud Crawford. But look at how the tables have turned. I mean, my Lord. I mean, funny how shit plays out, right? Funny how shit plays out. Now this man has the opportunity to, have his pick at the fucking litter. I mean, he can go with Top Rank. He can stay with Top Rank, which I would not advise him to do that, honestly. But if the man is getting a guarantee of $5 to $6 million, I don't know. Me personally, I would leave Top Rank, but that's just me. I'm stubborn, right? Or he can go to the PBC and get down with Al Heyman or Mayweather Promotions. You know, understand what I'm saying? And Lillard LB, and shout out to Floyd Money Mayweather. He can go that route. You understand what I'm saying? That'll be a good move for him as well. Or he can go for a big bag with Eddie Hearn and fucking who is it? Matchroom, if I'm not mistaken, or M2K. I don't know the fucking names. You understand what I'm saying? This man has a plethora of options. Or he can go the fucking Mikey Garcia route and just remain a free agent. I mean, I'm just saying, why not? That way, there's no political obstacles in your way of making a fight with whoever you want to fight, whether that's Urdanis Ugas, Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter, Virgil Ortiz. Hell, we can even throw Boots Ennis in there if you want to take a stab at him, Terence Bud Crawford, right? Josh Taylor. I mean, the list goes on. And I mean, I ain't even talking about 154. What if he want to move up to 154 and challenge a Brian Castano or fucking Jermell Charlo? You understand what I'm saying? So this man he could pretty much do whatever he want to do, but I hope and pray that this is a lesson learned for all of these promoters and all of these boxers who like to pick and choose and take the easier routes, don't want to give the fans the fights that they want to see when we want to see them. Oh, we're going to take calculated risk here. We want the low risk, high reward fights. Let this be a lesson to any future boxer who is currently in the sport or who is coming up in the sport of boxing. And I mean no malice by this, but let's look at Errol Spence as an example, because this man was trying to get a fight with Canelo. He wanted to fight with Bud. He wanted to fight with Manny, but he kept pushing shit off further and further away. And now look at what's happened. I mean, it's a sad fucking story. I'm praying for the guy, but this just goes to show that tomorrow isn't promised. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, am I tripping? But let me get back to the chat, man. Let me see. Resurrected Soul said a lot of shit about to get exposed. Drop another comment. What you mean by that, bro? Let me know. Talk to me. Poetic said, purse bid for what? Shawn Porter and Terence Bud Crawford. I always said from day one, whenever I heard that the WBO mandated this fight, that it was going to purse bid because, for one, Bob Arum ain't offering Shawn Porter more than $2 million. And for two, Shawn Porter thinks he's worth more than $2.5 million. I mean, the man said it out of his own mouth. It would be an insult. So I really don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't know who is going to bid on this fight. I don't know if Al Heyman is going to put up the back. I don't know if Al Heyman has enough faith in Shawn Porter to fork over that kind of money. I don't know. But one thing we do know is Bob Arum is definitely not going to win this purse bid, y'all. That's one thing we do know, right? Shout out to my boy Craig Smith. He said, E-Thriller, what's good, my brother? What's popping, man? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better now. My stomach can settle down a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? But he said Spence will be back. I hope so, bro. I hope so. My boy Poetic said, I don't blame LeBron or anyone for leaving. Not he. Cavs is a trash organization. Imagine having a player like LeBron only winning one championship. They ain't shit. Look at Colin Sexton. He's BSing. Wasted too. Good point. Good point. Craig Smith said, at least I hope so. Yeah, man, I'm praying for the brother, man. Honestly, the sports ain't the same. I mean, the sport of boxing ain't the same without Earl. I mean, I know I give him hell, but he's a star. He's a fucking star. I'm not going to ever deny that. I'm not going to hate on the man. I just hold the man to his words. That's it. Shout out to my boy, Brian Motherfucking Mackie in the building. He said, E Thriller, preach 100. I appreciate that, my brother. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and drop this link in the chat because I would love to hear what you guys think about what the fuck I said. And if you want to add on to it or if you disagree with me, let me know. The link is in the chat. Poetic said, if Crawford beat Virgil, he's not going to get credit. If he beat Mikey, he's definitely not going to get credit. That's a good point. I mean, but I've always said this from day one. It don't matter what Terence Bud Crawford do. They going to move the goalpost. Even if he were to go up against Earl Spence before all this foolishness happened with the car wreck and with his fucking eye and shit like that, right? I feel like it would have been an excuse even with that fight. You understand what I'm saying? But that's just my personal opinion. That's just my personal opinion. Let me get some water, y'all. Craig Smith said that would be a big fight in the UK. I would love to see that fight. I think that'll be a hell of a scrap. I wouldn't mind seeing the last two undisputed champions at 140 pounds get in the ring and mix it up. And to be quite frank with you, I think he can push Bud to the limit. Now, although I think Bud is end up sending him to sleep experts, in my honest opinion, I think it's a hell of a fight to be made. I'm not opposed to that fight, Craig. I'm not opposed to that fight at all. I like the Eddie Hearn move. Yeah, but the only reservation I have with Eddie Hearn is the way that he cannot get a fight for Demetrius Andrade. I mean, my Lord. Canelo has been with the Zone for how many years now? And we all know Andrade, even though he campaigns at 160 pounds, if he had the opportunity to move up to 168 to challenge a Canelo Alvarez for all of those belts that he has 3 of them, right? Don't y'all think he would do that? But why can't Eddie Hearn even let like Canelo and Demetrius sit at the fucking table? I mean, I just don't get it. Maybe I'm looking too much or too far into this shit, but I don't get it. But my boy Poetic said Floyd can make it happen for Crawford. Floyd, the only promoter that legit gives a undeniable fuck about his fighters being great and doesn't really politic too much. And Jermell isn't going to fight Terrence. The only thing about Floyd, the one reservation. Now, let me be honest. I have reservations about each and every promoter I named or mentioned earlier in this live stream, right? And my one reservation with Floyd Money Mayweather is he makes every single thing about himself. And I honestly feel like the man literally can't help the shit, y'all. He's just a self-centered individual. I mean, it could be something as simple as a reporter at the post-fight conference asking Tank, hey, what did he see? Or how did he come out? And then Florida just, bulldoze or Debo his way into the conversation, be like, well, like I said before, what I used to do in my day, because, I've seen it all. I've done it all. I've beat them all. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Floyd, nobody asked you, my brother. We asked Tank a direct question, but it is what it is, man. So, but yeah, Floyd, I wouldn't mind the move, but then again, I don't know how Bud feels about that. I don't know, because he seems like a pretty low-key guy. And we all know Floyd is fucking, he's an outgoing individual, just to say the least. Resurrect the Soul said, well said, let this be a lesson. Facts. And I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm not even trying to be funny about what I said, man. Let this be a lesson to the 135-pound division. Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez. You understand what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson, who is at 130. Javante Tank Davis. Who else am I missing? Ryan Garcia. All these dudes swear, up and down that they got time to pick and choose and cherry pick fights. Hey, man, you never know. You just never know when your career may be over. Shout out to David Kane. He said Thurman want him too. That's another opponent. That's another dude he can fight. Absolutely. And hold on, Poetic. I see you, bro. Hold on real quick. Let me finish reading these chats, and I'm going to bring you on. Resurrected Snow said, I'm saying Slot going to be exposed during the purse bid. We going to see if Shawn really wants to fight or if he'll withdraw and what he is worth. Facts. I've been saying that from my Resurrected Soul. I don't feel like Shawn Porter is worth what he's asking for. But who am I to tell a man what he's worth? You understand what I'm saying? But the purse bid is going to expose a lot. That is a motherfucking fact. Poetic, okay. I'm about to bring you on in just one hot second. Resurrect the Soul says Spence and his fans ain't learned nothing from the car accident. Should have made that legacy fight with Bud. It's dumb as fuck. Yeah, man, it's a hard pill to swallow, bro. Just thinking that this guy went last week from having the fucking world at his feet, with possible matchups lined up. If he were to get past Manny, he could possibly get a Canelo fight or a Bud fight or whatever the case may be. And now, he may not even be able to fight no more. I mean, we don't fucking know. I hope that's not the case, but we don't know. Shout out to the chosen people. He said, "What's going on, my brother?" Oh shit, man, just talking boxing. I appreciate you for rocking with me. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all wait a minute. Make sure y'all hit that motherfucking like button, man. That motherfucking like button so we can get these notifications out. I really appreciate it. Sub to your boy channel if you're new to the channel. He said Mikey is 135 pounder. I didn't give Spence credit for Mikey, so I definitely ain't going to give Bud credit for it. It's just a money grab. Plus, Bud beat Mikey and his cousin Pilos in the amateurs. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I'm with you on that. I don't really give Errol Spence a lot of credit for Mikey Garcia. I'm just saying based on the opportunities that he had. That's all I'm saying. Canelo and his fans say Andre don't deserve a fight, but them same dudes say Ortiz deserves a fight with Bud. Double standard. That's a good fucking point. That is a good fucking point, Resurrected Soul. David John said only fight Bud would get credit for is if he beat Goku while using Ultra Instinct. Yeah, good point. Shout out to my boy Sanctus Dos Cruar. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, bro. My apologies. Shout out to you. He said, "Sub Black Picasso chat." I appreciate that, my brother. I appreciate you for rocking with me. Shout out to my boy Rebel Life Boxing in the motherfucking building. Hey, yo, stop what you're doing right now. Make sure you go like and sub up to my boy Rebel Life Boxing. I watch his videos each and every day, y'all. For sure, for sure. All right, my boy Poetic, you're live on the chat with E-Thriller. Talk to me, my man. How you feeling?
What's up, man? What's up? I'm good. How you doing?
Yo, Poetic.
I said, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. My bad. What's poppin'?
How you feeling? How you doing? I'm good. How you been?
I'm feeling a little bit better, man. My stomach to settle down. I guess we got this fight this weekend. I ain't too excited about it, but talk to me about this Terence Crawford shit.
Let me tell you why you're not too excited.
Why?
Because your ugly ass over there playing fucking Madden 22.
Honestly,
bullshit.
Honestly, I ain't been on it, bro. I ain't even bought the game yet. That was the
trash.
That was the free trial, bro. I ain't even bought the game yet. But talk to me about this. Talk to me about this Terence Crawford shit, man. What you think?
I don't know, man. I just feel like, man. I don't know, man. Terence Crawford got like 37 fights, and it's like he still need a legacy fight. It's like, bro, this shit. That's why I say, man. Him being with Top Rank just fucked up his career, bro. Cause like, where was Canelo at 36 fights? Where was Floyd at 36 fights? Where was fucking all these great boxers at 36 fights? They was already like damn near household names or something. So why the fuck this man Terence got 7 fights? And this man, I mean, none of those matchups that you got in the thumbnail excite me at all. I don't give a shit. Let me go look at this.
So the Virgil Ortiz fight don't excite you?
No, it does not. Cause if Virgil Ortiz beat Crawford, they're gonna hate on him some more. If Crawford beat Virgil, who gives a shit? If he beat Josh Taylor, ain't nobody gonna give him credit for it because Josh Taylor's name ain't as big as others. And if he beat Shawn Porter, it's still gonna be like whoop-de-doo. Ain't nobody gonna really give a shit.
Damn. So what fights would you give a shit about?
I just don't know, man. I mean, shit. I would like to see him and I think him and what's his name?
Who? Keith Thurman, maybe?
Yeah, him and Keith Thurman, man.
But will he get a lot of credit for that, Poetic? Just hear me out. Keith Thurman is coming off of a 2-year layoff.
Nah, he ain't fought since the Manny Pacquiao fight. Of course, Keith Thurman gonna get some like warm-ups, you know what I'm saying? I would like to see. Now, this is what I can see. This is what I can fuck with right here. This timeline. Shawn Porter and Keith Thurman could fight again. And then maybe Keith Thurman can get another little tune-up or whatever before the Shawn Porter fight. Then him and Shawn Porter fight after Keith Thurman first tune-up. Then if Keith Thurman beat him while that fight is happening and the build-up to that fight, Josh Taylor and Terence Crawford can fight. And if Terence Crawford beat him, then why can't Terence? Then Terence gonna be undisputed again. He could drop them belts, and then him and Keith can fight.
So you want Bud to wait. So instead of fighting Shawn Porter next, you want Shawn Porter and Keith Thurman to fight. But I don't think Keith Thurman to come off of this long layoff and fight a Shawn Porter, bro. I don't see that happening.
Well, I'm saying him getting a tune-up fight. I don't know because I'm just only.
But even with that, Poetic, I mean, with goddamn, if he going to Pep Boys for all these fucking tune-ups, how long do we have to wait for these fights to happen? You just said Bud was what, 35, 36?
Yeah.
And Shawn Porter, what? He the
fight,
same age?
That whole timeline I just told you can honestly be done by this time next year.
I don't like it.
If they consistently fought, like they should, that shit can be done by this time next year.
Poetic. I mean, no disrespect to you, my brother, but I don't like that timeline. I would much rather prefer the timeline that I have. A Shawn Porter fight, if it goes to purse bid, right? Mm-hmm. Virgil Ortiz is not a bad fight, regardless of what you may or may not think. A lot of people want to see that fight. A lot of people feel like he can possibly give Bud some trouble. I'm not one of them, but I'm not opposed to seeing that fight, right? He's a young and up-and-coming fighter. Why not go ahead and give the man a shot? You understand what I'm saying? Josh Taylor is another, undisputed champ. He been calling Bud out. Why not try to make that fight happen? Because these other dudes on PBC don't want to fight. They don't want to fight, right?
Well, people keep saying they want to see Bud Porter now, bro. They don't give a fuck about what the fuck you want, dude. That shit ain't gonna fucking happen right now, bro. It's not, nigga. Fuck out of here.
I don't think it's gonna happen either.
Y'all, I'm tired of this. These stupid ass fans keep thinking because they want something, that shit gonna happen, bro. These niggas, like, I'm pretty sure that Errol was never gonna fight Pacquiao, and I'm pretty fucking sure that it was always gonna be Ugas. Like, and it was probably just some shit behind closed doors that we don't know about that was going to determine whether it was going to be Errol or Ugas at the end of the day. And they came out with this goddamn eye tear shit. Like, come on, bro. Don't swear. Like, he talking about some this man saying I'm a Bud hater. How I'm a Bud hater?
Shout out to Best Videos. He said, obviously, this is a Bud hater.
How am I a Bud hater? But everybody knows.
Hold on, Poetic. I'm assuming this is directed towards you. He said, drop belts, you on drugs. Bud is 33. Okay, 33.
Hey, listen.
Okay.
How you gonna say I'm a Bud hater when everybody knows I'm an Errol Spence fan? But I think I always say Terence is most likely gonna be Errol.
I mean, he may be new to the channel. Honestly, I've never seen Best Videos in my chat before, so shout out to him. He might be new to the channel. Hey, make sure you hit that like button and sub up to my channel, just FYI. Best Videos. But go ahead, Poet.
Then keep scrolling down the chat because I see some stuff I want to comment on.
Okay, Resurrected Soul said, no more delays. I'm gonna need to see that Bud Porter now. Bud will be 34 in September. I agree. I don't want to wait. I want to kill the narrative of Bud been ducking Porter. Porter is going to give him his best fight. Porter is the top 5 welterweight. I want to kill all them dumbass narratives. Resurrected Soul. So I'm with you on that, my brother. Cror said, I can't co-sign that. Aram never told Spence or any PBC diva to make lame excuses concerning Crawford. That's not on Bob. He's not Earl's, Thurman's, Porter's, or Danny's mouthpiece. Hell of a point.
What is he talking about?
I guess he's saying that we can't blame Bob for the bullshit that's taking place at PBC. With them only making in-house fights.
We just said Aram and PBC be on that bullshit individually. We never said that shit going on in PBC is Aram's fault. So what are you talking about?
Resurrected Soul said Bud is at the stage in his career where he needs to make these fight right now. The fuck, bro. I agree. I mean, time waits on no man.
Top rank. He wasted all this year. Why Top Rank couldn't get this man one fight this year? Come on, man. Y'all crazy.
Shit, Bob Arum. We know why. He don't want to pay Bud that fucking $4 to $5 million purse, regardless of who he fight.
If Bob Arum can't get Terence Crawford one little ass fight, ain't even got to be a top contender. He can't get this man one fight this whole year, and y'all think that he'll make the fucking Errol Spence fight happen? It's Bob Arum making that shit not happen too. But everybody want to say, "Oh no, it's just Errol Spence." Nigga, y'all retarded.
He said them fools killed any fight with Bud before Aram said a word. I agree. Spence was never going to fight Bud or Spence. He said, "Laugh out loud." Okay. Best Video said, "I got you. I appreciate that." Go ahead, Poet. Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, man. It's just I'm telling y'all, really, they all in cahoots, bro. See. They all in fucking cahoots, bro. Like y'all be seeing Tyson Fury and and AJ going talking back and forth, and I'm pretty y'all, and I'm I guarantee that Spence and Terence Crawford got each other number. Don't think they ain't got each other number, y'all.
Oh yeah, they definitely
got
got each other number, bro.
They all
They
these
both
dudes got
confirmed.
each other number. If they want their number, they can get their number in fucking an hour, 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I don't say that because you gotta wait for people to text you back and shit. But bro, this shit, they all in cahoots. I'm gonna tell you like this: none of these fucking fights are going to really happen the way you want it to happen. It's not going to happen. It's just done, bro. That old era of boxing is just done, man. And it's really Floyd fault. Cause what made this type of shit happen is what made this type of shit happen is everybody want to be Floyd Mayweather and everybody think they got to be undefeated, and people. But Floyd was undefeated. They try to discredit him. Floyd fought top people. I don't give a fuck if it was somebody he didn't fight that was at the top rank, nigga. The people he fought was top dogs, undefeated. So I don't give a fuck if it was somebody he didn't fight, nigga. He fought the people he should have fought. If somebody didn't get a fight with him, then whoop de doo. Who gives a shit? That nigga fought top folks. And all these niggas trying to stay undefeated and by politicking and bullshitting and saying ho shit. And fucking fighting people that don't nobody give a shit about, like the Mario Barrio and Tank fight. You know, Mario Barrio cool. I give Tank his credit for moving up. You can tell if you're a real boxing fan, you're not gonna fall for the hype though, because you can tell Tank moving up to 140, you can see that he lost some of his power. Because he took him a minute to get Barrio out of there. So
yeah, I don't think he was active enough in that fight.
Nobody. Now I knew who Barrio was a little bit because I pay attention to the sport, but
I didn't know who he was. I've seen him fight one time prior to that fight.
Most people did not know who the hell he was in no way, shape, form, or fashion.
Facts.
So they bring up these dudes that don't nobody know about, and they build them up during the promotion to making them seem like some fucking threat. That's what they do. That's how they do it. But it's really a cherry pick. Like shout out to what's his name? Easy work. I don't fuck with his ass no more because he did some whole shit. But shout out to him. He's made a great point. He said that one time. He said that Tyson Fury was an undercover cherry pick for Wilder. And I was like, damn, that shit cold as
hell. Yeah, I've heard that point before.
That shit cold as hell. That's how they do it though.
I mean, but then again, that's PBC once again. That's what a lot of people in the chat are alluding to. Like it's Al Heyman. But Resurrected Soul said I meant Spence. He was never going to fight Bud or Pac. Forgive my typos. I don't know, bro. I think he would have fought Pac, man. I think he fucked his eye up. I don't think.
Look what he's saying. Look what best video. Look what best video just said. He said, "Nope, Al Heyman is the problem. He is freezing Bud out, hoping Bud can save his company. PBC will go bankrupt soon." Bro, don't you know that when fucking Pacquiao was with Top Rank, Bob Arum would not give Terence Crawford that fucking fight? Stop being an idiot. Y'all trying to put the blame on one person. Nigga, it's everybody. The fuck?
Yeah, the sport of boxing is in a real shitty place. I made a video on that a couple of days ago. He said, bro, this dude don't comprehend. Crawford fights just anyone. He gets nothing but flack for it. Another so-called bum, cab driver, fisherman, etc., etc. Unless he fights a PBC fighter, he gets no credit. That's a good point.
And I agree, but I give him credit for some of his fights.
That's a hell of a point.
I give him credit for I give all these boxers credit, man. I mean,
so no, wait a minute. But you said earlier that you wouldn't give him credit for a Virgil Ortiz fight. I'm talking about the people. Oh, okay. So you meant the people.
Yeah,
the Bud haters.
Yeah, that's probably why he said I was a Bud hater, because it sounded like that. But I'm saying people really be hating Terence Crawford, like they really don't like him. But I tell people it's not Terence Crawford's fault, bro. He goes out there and handles his business, but his promotional company does not fuck with him.
Good point. Shout out to my boy Brian Mackey in the motherfucking building, live on the chat with his boy E Thriller and Poetic. How you feeling tonight, kind sir?
Hey, what's going on, E? How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing better, man. I'm doing better. How you feeling?
I'm all right. What's up, Poetic, man? How you doing, bro? Ain't that, man. I'm just checking in, man. And, I was going to chill tonight, man. But as usual, man, my man Poetic on some bullshit again.
Go ahead, get on this road, man. Go ahead.
Hey, it ain't nothing but love, Poetic, man.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm feeling, man.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no now. It's not really bullshit, man. It's just that I just disagree with some points, man. You know what I mean? That's all. You know, it's not all top rank. You know, you talking about the one fight he didn't get or a signature fight you talking about, but that's the whole thing. Why discredit that man for everything he's done to act like, you know, he hasn't got the fight and he got 37 fights. Out of the 37 fights he got, man, he's done way more than any of those guys over there in the PBC have done, period. They got to catch, they playing catch up to Crawford. So I think that it's a little misleading, you know, to say that, but not say, you know, Earl has fought the guys that Thurman has fought and beat already. You know what I mean? So we don't keep that same energy with Earl. We give him so much praise, and he's a great fighter. But you know, it seems like that you dumping on him when you don't keep it on both sides. Poetic. That's what it seemed like when the man said you a hater. It just seemed that way because you don't get the same energy to Earl about what he's done, and he's done nothing but beat the people that Thurman had already beat. You know, so I think that's where that man probably was coming from right there. And yeah, Bob, you know, he deserves some blame for some of the things that he's done. That is true. You know what I'm saying? But PBC as a whole, you know for a fact, Poetic, that these guys are not going to fight outside of the PBC. Yeah, so what could Bud do? You know, because it seems like nobody gives him any credit if it's not a PBC fighter. You know, just like with Virgil Ortiz, they called him, like the E-Thriller was saying earlier, they called him mean instead of mean machine. They was calling him green machine. They was calling him green beans, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, sorry ass green beans. And now when Virgil beat him, man, he the shit.
He a future Hall of Famer.
Yeah, it's like, hold up, man. He knocked him out earlier than Crawford did, one round earlier.
You beat that, Brian?
Yeah, you know, so you know the same energy don't be applying, man, and that seem to be the problem, man. You know, with some of the fans, man. But you know, Poetic is not I would classify him as a hater, man. But you know, he's a big Earl Spence fan, man. But you know, he will keep it real when called upon, man, from time to time, man. But he do throw out some bullshit points sometimes, but I still got love for him.
I be playing devil's advocate, but y'all know I'll be on Earl, man. That nigga be on some bullshit, dude. Then this fucking car, no, not the car, this damn I tear shit, man. Come on, man, it's some bullshit, bro. I ain't got time for this shit.
So you don't believe it?
A part of me, well, see, I'm the type of person where I think, you know, the sickness thing going around right now, the pandemic thing, I think that shit fake. So I look at shit different. And I look at it two ways. Either this shit fake and Ugas was always going to fight Pacquiao, and this was just some shit that happened behind closed doors, where something happened behind closed doors. It was going to be Ugas, and Errol was going to come out with some eye thing, or he genuinely got something wrong with his eye, and they just moved up Ugas to go to the fight.
Like I said, man, I still believe what I said earlier. Myself, that, you know, I think he got hurt, but I think he got hurt a long time ago. Over a month ago. That's how Ugas got on the fight.
So you think they probably just kept selling the fight as Errol to get them tickets or something?
Hell yeah, because I think he got hurt over a month ago. You know what I'm saying? I knew he got hurt over a month ago. That's my thing, because now that it's torn on top of it, you know, I had said it previous when they said it was a tear, but now they're saying it's detached.
That's the part I'm leery about. Like, how did a doctor misdiagnose a torn for a detached? To me, that didn't make sense either.
Well, see, Earl said it's torn. The doctors the doctors didn't say it was torn. Earl and them said it was torn. Now that the report then came out, this doctor's report, now they saying it's detached because he had to turn in the papers before he was gonna get stripped or something.
Yeah, from the WBC.
So the doctors say now, that shit is detached. So if so, then guess what? He had that injury, you know, for a minute, for a minute, man. It's been at least a month or something like that, month and a half.
And that's why I said previously confirms that he was dinged on and sparring. Somebody did a number on Earl. I mean, for that to happen in camp, he had to. Maybe the rumors were true. Maybe he was having a bad camp. I don't know.
You know, he got hurt, and then because guess what? I mean, how long did Ugas go on the card? Remember, we was talking, man. Ugas just got on that card. So he just got on that car a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah, he did. I remember you was talking about that.
Yeah, because we was talking about Porter maybe fighting Ugas and getting out of the Crawford fight because he could still fight Ugas. But then all of a sudden now, Ugas was on the undercard. They went to a couple of doctors. They didn't get the diagnosis that they wanted.
Yep.
And they had a replacement, man, because they don't want to give up that money, man. You know, they don't want to give up money. That shit was 2 weeks before the fight started. Come on, man.
Man, I'm so not excited for that fight this weekend. I mean, I'm excited to see Manny Pacquiao back in the ring, coming off of that 2-year layoff. But man, Eubanks Ugas not Earl Spence, bro. That's all.
I want Ugas to beat. I want Ugas to knock out Pacquiao so we can get another major player. Because I'm tired of the same fucking boxers over and over. Like, I want to see some people come up. Like, that's how I be with like the NFL and NBA and shit like that. Like, I be like, man, I'm tired of seeing the same superstars. Can we get some people to come up and shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see some new shit. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't think that has anything to do with your biasness towards or against Manny Pacquiao because you've been quoted?
No, because
I just wanted to throw that out.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Ladies and gents, Poetic hates Manny Pacquiao.
Yes, he does.
But I love Manny. Your boy Thriller, I love Manny. Go ahead.
I changed a little bit about it. I give him his credit, but I feel bad about it because if Pacquiao was blindsided and didn't know anything about this and wasn't in on it, that's some bullshit, bro. That you had this man prepared for fucking Arrow the whole goddamn time, and then y'all kept him thinking he was fighting Arrow, and then just to sell some fucking tickets, and then you niggas, now you gotta fight Ugas. Man, get the fuck out of here. And Ugas more of a pressure fight than Terence, if you ask me. Terence just gonna come walk you down and constantly hit you.
You mean Spence?
Ugas gonna walk you down and throw haymakers the whole fucking time. Arrow, I feel like Ugas might got more power than Arrow a little bit, probably.
Oh hell no!
Oh no, I don't think so.
Man, well, I don't know, because the way I seen Ugas beat up Shawn Porter ass nigga, Arrow ain't do that.
But Shawn Porter ain't really, that's what we trying to tell. Shawn Porter ain't really like that, Poetic.
Yeah, but I feel like Ugas did better on Shawn than Arrow though. Well, not really. It was probably the same. But I feel like Arrow and Ugas did probably about the same. But I feel like Arrow just boxed better against Spence. But Ugas he beat Shawn's ass, like, bro. Come on, man.
This video said no way Ugas and Pac fight on such a notice in the fight of this magnitude.
It was bad. Shawn Porter, he got his ass whooped. How he won that fight?
I didn't see that. I didn't see it like that though. I disagree.
Which fight?
With the Ugas and Shawn Porter fight.
Yeah, I had Ugas winning that fight. I feel like they failed to call a knockdown too later on in that fight. They could have definitely.
I just didn't feel Ugas did enough.
You don't think he did enough?
Nah,
I can agree with him with that too. Though I can agree with that too.
He did a lot of waiting and trying to counter. And Shawn Porter was, he was uncharacteristically at that time. That whole fight, boxing. You know what I'm saying? So I saw it differently because to be a champion, man, you can't try to counterpunch your way, the whole night if you're not being that effective. And it was a close fight. It could have went either way, possibly. I could see people giving it to him because it really was, it should have been, a knockdown.
I thought it should have been ruled a knockdown.
You know what I'm saying? And I could see where they saying that at, but I just thought Ugas just didn't do enough, man, to win that fight, man. He could have did a little bit more, to try to get that fight, but it is what it is.
Resurrected Soul said, I can't count Ugas out. I'm hoping he shows us something so Pat can finally call it a day. Great career. Best Video said, hell no. He said there was a close fight, but Shawn won. Okay. Yeah, I had Ugas winning that fight, my brother. Sanctus said disagree. Rebel Light Boxing said Jordanis Ugas has no power. He only has 12 KOs out of 26 wins.
Right.
And Best Video says right, Ugas no power. Yeah,
well, I was just comparing him and Arrow to what they fights with Shawn. I just said that because Ugas had Shawn look like Freddy Krueger and Arrow had him looking regular, really.
Sanctus said Ugas actually dropped Shawn twice, 7th and 12th. Go watch the 7th. Okay. But yeah, man, that's my take on it, man. I'm gonna come back probably, if not tomorrow, the day after, and do a fight show on Manny versus Ugas. I guess. I mean, what can I say? Not
Everybody
that
go to crackstreams.biz.
Yeah, don't buy this fucking fight. Do not buy this fight. Don't buy this fight, y'all. Do not buy it. I love Manny Pacquiao. I respect his career. I respect everything he's done for the sport of boxing. But do not buy this fight because there's a lot of people that can't even get their money back. And they thought they was going to see Earl versus Manny.
Yep.
I got a problem with
that. Hey, is they still charging $75?
Yeah.
That too. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Don't buy this fight, y'all.
Oh, hell nah. $75 still. They should have dropped the damn price on that, man.
Yep.
That's crazy.
It's sad because, man, I believe Errol is not going to do shit no more. We obviously know that him and Terence will absolutely 110 million gazillion infinity % will never fight ever a day in our lives. They're not going to fight. We know that Errol ain't going to fight goddamn Keith Thurman. So, and then this nigga got his eye shit. You know he ain't going to fight the Charlos. And if I was him, I wouldn't probably fight the Charlos either because they my niggas. So, I ain't really trying to fight them too much. But then with all this shit going on, Errol, my thing with Errol is your ass ain't going to fight fucking Terence, nigga. Fuck make you think that you going to get a goddamn Canelo fight. And Canelo really don't want to fight no fucking black fighters in his own fucking weight class, nigga. If fucking Demetrius Andrade can't get a goddamn fight with Canelo, nigga, the fuck make you think you gonna get a fucking fight with him? Fucking idiot. That shit dumb as hell. Like, don't swear, dude. Canelo ain't think about his dumb ass. Canelo probably like, I ain't trying to fight that guy.
That's a win.
Fuck. Come on, man.
That's a win, though, for Canelo. That's why he fight him.
Man, Canelo ain't trying to fight none of these.
And it's a mega money fight.
That's a win, man.
And the thing about Demetrius Andrade, why do people say that Demetrius Andrade doesn't deserve a fight with Canelo, but Yildirim deserves a fight with Canelo?
I don't know about no deserve, man, but one thing I think differently on Canelo, man. I think a lot of people give him too much of a hard time. Like, why is it that Canelo got to fight everybody and nobody else got to fight no goddamn fight?
Because he's gonna be top dog.
Hold up. So the top dog got to fight everybody, but none of these guys who not established as a dog, they didn't have to fight nobody.
They basically just wait on Canelo to pick them to fight.
The people that everybody pressing Canelo to fight, they press them too. They press Jamal Charlo. They press David Benavidez, and they always on Demetrius as them basically the main people everybody wants them to fight.
But everybody on Canelo nuts about what he ain't fighting. He got the best resume out of all them motherfuckers. Come on, man.
Can I ask you a question?
Real talk.
Huh?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
David Benavidez and Jamal Charlo are both with PBC, right?
Yeah.
Why can't that fight happen?
I think Charlo would be ducking him and Demetrius.
So why should Canelo fight him?
Well, I don't know. I'm saying I think that I would like to see that fight. I'm not saying who.
But I'm saying it's a black fighter. You know what I'm saying? They say Canelo ain't gonna fight no black fighters, but he got more black fighters on the resume than the motherfuckers they talking about.
Right. And he fought Danny Jacobs, just FYI, recently. I mean,
that was 2019.
Yeah.
Right before the pandemic. So I don't understand why you shitting on. If you want to shit on Canelo about the drug test, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? If you want to say he got problems fighting, fighters that move and shit, that's fine too. But the shit on him about the resume and all this other shit about who he don't fight, the guys you talking about don't have a win better than Billy Joe Saunders on their goddamn resume, then why are we talking about them so much? It seemed like they want Canelo to line up Andre, Charlo, Benavidez, Caleb Plant, and just fight them one by one. By none of these motherfuckers fight nobody.
Well, that's because those the top people in his division. So,
but really, technically, they're not really in his division. Other than Caleb Plant and David Benavidez, the other dudes are at 160.
Well, David Benavidez is never going to get a fight with Canelo, so y'all can forget that.
Yeah, but Canelo, we put the pressure on Canelo.
Canelo didn't have nobody on his resume before he fought Floyd. So, yeah. The fight that happened, go look, E-Thriller, you can go on your laptop right now and pull up a side panel. Look at Canelo's resume. Before he fought Floyd, I forgot the dude's name, but Floyd and them told Canelo to go fight the guy he fought before he fought Floyd. so they can gain some interest because he didn't have shit on his damn resume.
Let me pull it up. Y'all
now you pull it up, man. You wrong on that one though.
Man, Canelo had like 30, like 28 or 30 something fights before he fought Floyd, and he wasn't really shit. He was a young guy that had a lot of wins. Nigga, Floyd was like 36 fights in, and nigga was a fucking living legend. That nigga was, come on, man.
And Floyd only fought three undefeated fighters though. You said something
fighting comp, man.
So but you saying comp? He only fought, but you said undefeated fighters, but he only fought 3 in his whole career.
And then Canelo done been in the game longer than these dudes, so of course they're gonna have a bigger resume. Jamel and the only person that I press Canelo to fight is Demetrius, because they talk about Demetrius like Demetrius just some shit. When I believe Demetrius in the same position as Devin Haney. They just can't get a goddamn fight to save their damn life. I don't know why they can't get a fight. I don't know if they ducking. I don't know if it's their fucking promotion. I don't know if they really trash. I don't know what the fuck going on, but they just can't get a fucking fight. I don't know.
I agree with you on that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Not my bad, Brian. So basically, the person that Canelo fought before Floyd was Austin Trout.
Yeah, that's the person that Floyd said you need to go fight him so they can gain interest.
And Austin Trout is black, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, but that was in 2013.
He fought Shane Mosley too, right?
He fought Shane before that. He fought Josecito Lopez.
Shane was done. Stop it.
But
wow. There you go. But you see what you're doing? You see what you're doing?
Yeah.
When you call you out on your bullshit, Poetic, then you would say, oh, well, this happened. Or when that happened, like, it's an excuse. The same shit happens for Terence Crawford.
Didn't Shane already fight Floyd at that when they fought?
Man.
Now look up when Shane.
But that ain't what you said, bro. You said that Canelo hadn't fought nobody before he fought Floyd.
When Shane fought Floyd. Look up when Shane fought
Floyd. So was Austin Trout trash when Canelo fought him?
No.
All right, so he fought somebody before Floyd then.
But that's why. But why did he have to take that fight though? That's my point. Floyd made him take that fight. So
regardless if he made him take it or not, he took
that's Floyd shit. Floyd shit.
Floyd was also trying to tell Keith Thurman to fight Earl Spence before he got a fight with him. But we know that shit never happened, right?
Hey,
Floyd say a lot of bullshit.
I'm looking at his resume, but y'all know Alfredo Anguilla, he underrated. They forget about him.
Okay, well, we're looking at Canelo's resume. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm on the right shit. All right, here we go. And his resume ain't really nothing to play with, Poetic. He didn't follow Cotto. He followed Lara.
Cotto was done after. Come on, man. Him fighting Cotto, him beating Cotto.
Brian, I wish you could see the look on my face, bro.
Listen. Him beating. Listen, of course you're going to have to give him credit because they are boxers and they fighting. That's respect. But him beating Cotto is the same way as Manny Pacquiao beating Ricky Hatton after Floyd and already destroyed his fucking career. Come on, man.
What about Floyd beating Cotto?
And my only thing with fucking with Canelo, bro, these last few fights this nigga had is fucking ass. I don't give a fuck. This nigga fought Callum Smith. Nigga, fuck Callum Smith. The nigga name is Callum. And then the nigga fought fucking Yildirim. Come on, man. Fucking sparring partner.
See, well, hold on, Poetic. See, this is my rebuttal to you, bro. Listen, hear me out. Earl Spence fans give Earl, or they was giving Earl a pass for being on his fucking straps. And no, listen, just hear me point. I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about Earl Spence fans and fanboys, right? You're not a fanboy to me, in my honest opinion, right? But the same people that have criticized Canelo for going after Undisputed for having one more fight left with Caleb Plant to get that 4th strap are the same people that'll turn around and give Errol Spence all these fucking excuses not to fight Terence Crawford or to go to fight Ugas to really collect belts. They want to make excuses. Oh, he's fighting Manny. He's doing this. He's doing come on. They have to keep the same energy.
They not shit for that. I tell you all the time. That
so I'm with you. Once Canelo get this 4th belt, then I'm gonna look at Canelo and say, okay, well, what about David Benavidez now? What about Andre? What about Charlo?
My thing with Canelo is Caleb Plant is a fucking easy fight for him, bro. My thing with this nigga, bro, we all know that him and fucking what's the name? DAZN had a great fucking plan. Him and fucking Eddie Hearn had a great plan. We're gonna throw you in here with a bunch of fighters that most likely we know you're gonna beat. because there's no way in hell you're going to have a 10-fight deal with us and you're going to take a loss. So we're going to make sure you win the whole fucking 10 fights so we can get this money.
Oh, so now they're making sure Canelo win.
Hey, man, that sounds like the same Floyd plan Floyd had, man. You know what I'm saying?
I think Floyd got that plan with Tank. I think they cherry picking with Tank.
Oh, absolutely. It's the same plan. I mean, because you can't sit up here and say Victor Ortiz and run out there Madonna and all the rest and
Robert Guerrero,
Andre Berto. I mean that's the same plan, dog. You know, it's just names of guys who were former champs. Like Madonna wasn't shit. He was supposed to be a step up just for Adrian Broner. But that turned out to be some bullshit. And then the next thing
was a cherry pick gone wrong.
Yeah, cherry pick went wrong. And like Floyd was like, shit, I can make this money off and step aside. Yeah. And he jumped right in that motherfucker, man.
Twice.
Yeah. So it's just the same plan, man, on that, man. But you know, shit. It is what it is.
Got to keep that same energy, Poetic, for everybody outside of Canelo. That's all I'm saying.
Big man. Was that for me?
He said, big man, name one fighter at 154 whoever had a welterweight brought in specifically for him to win a title like Canelo. Fought for a SMW title versus a fool inactive for damn near 2 years in Yildirim.
I assume he's talking about super middleweight. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I don't know who you talking about, Sanctus. Add who you talking about on the panel, bro.
I think he talking about me.
He said Yildirim was the mandatory.
Man, I don't give a fuck.
I felt Trout pulled that out.
Time out.
Was he talking about me? I guess he talking to me.
No, listen, bro. Listen, fuck all that. Listen. Y'all telling me that if fucking Deontay Wilder, if fucking even fucking somebody like Manny Pacquiao, if fucking if the Charlos or Errol or Terence or Tank or AJ or even the people that don't like Tyson Fury, you know I don't like him, but even him, if one of them motherfuckers fought somebody on the level as fucking garbage ass, who gives a rat's ass, Anthony goddamn Yildirim, you telling me if them niggas fought they goddamn sparring partners and made that like a championship fight, you telling me them niggas wouldn't get ran through the goddamn graveyard?
Well, hold on before Brian answers. Hey, y'all, we got 16 motherfuckers, no, 17 in the building with only 10 likes. Man, 7 more of you motherfuckers hit that like button for your boy.
Yeah, hit the like button.
Y'all quit sightseeing in this bitch, man. Support your boy channel, man. But go ahead, Brian.
I was just responding because he said Yildirim was the mandatory. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck them mandatories. Them niggas cherry picking.
I mean, mandatory is mandatory. I mean,
man, shit, they're supposed to be giving them folks mandatory. That's what the franchise.
Nobody say nothing about Ocampo.
I think they just going back and forth. So he said D-Town. Okay, they going back and forth. Okay, I got it. But yeah, man, that's my thing. I mean, I feel like a lot of people. I mean, people have the right to say Canelo is a diva, and you know he cherry picks some of his fights. But I still think y'all just give him a little bit too much criticism, especially right now, bro. I mean, he's the fucking most active fighter in the sport.
Yeah, man. He's definitely the most active fighter in the sport. I think this will probably be his third fight this year or something.
Yeah.
You know, shit, some people don't even fight once, you know, in a year. But he's fighting 3 times in a year. Fair. So, I mean, it's just a little bit too much, man. I don't quite understand that, man. I don't understand man's question. If he was talking to me, he was saying that 154 pounder, you know, that I guess he was shitting on Yildirim or something like that. You know, but I'm just like, look at the man's resume. You talking about one fight, you know, and it's like everybody gets a fight that, you know, that's an easy win or a showcase fight. I mean, It is what it is. I mean, after that, what he fought, champion after champion. I mean, so nobody can help. He can't help who the champions are. You know what I'm saying? But damn, he is taking the championship belts. So.
Right. What seems to be the big problem? I've been saying about Bud. Like Bud couldn't help who was at 140. Shit, all he did was clean out the division and the opponents that they put in front of him. So
yeah, and they making them, you know, making them look bad too on top of it. So it's like, oh, you know, I guess to me it's kind of like you hating, man, because you know you want to see him in a fight where he's struggling and he's not struggling. You know, Floyd got a lot of that too. You know, and I'm not a big Floyd fan, you know that, but I give the man props in the ring. It is what it is. He made the shit look easy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. When you make shit look easy, people going, man, I want to see him in a struggle, but Floyd did have some struggle fights, man. Like Cordova fight was a tough fight.
Yeah, that was a
You know what
tough
I'm
fight.
saying?
That's one of his toughest fights.
Yeah, it's one of his toughest fucking fights. And actually Floyd actually lost for real, but it is what it is. When Castillo beat him back in the day. But
you thought he lost that fight?
Oh yeah, man. You gotta go watch that fight again, man. That first fight,
I done watched that fight about 10 times, bro.
You still think Floyd won?
Yeah. I don't see him losing,
I don't, man.
bro.
Yeah, I think he lost that one, man.
Especially that second fight. I mean, that second fight was easy.
He beat Castillo that second fight. No,
he was laying on the ropes a lot, but I do feel like at times he was catching a lot of them body shots with his elbows and shit. But it just kind of depends on what how you score the fight.
Yeah. I think he was more active than Floyd. So I mean, he took it to him and he dictated the pressure. And I felt he got the win.
See, that's the cool part about Floyd. That's what I respect about him the most, because a lot of fighters are more active than Floyd, but Floyd is so fucking accurate to where he can throw 40 punches around and land 28 and win the fight. See, I feel like that's Adrian Broner's biggest problem. He tried to cater himself out to Floyd, but you're not the defensive fighter that Floyd is. You're not as accurate with your punch placement. So you can't fight like Floyd. Like most dudes can't come out and throw 30 punches in a round and land 25 of them and win a fight. You see what I'm saying? So,
it's the clean punching. Floyd hit you with the clean punch. Your damn neck snap back and your head move and shit. And then you over there hitting Floyd's shoulder and he rolling and you can't get it. You might be active, but you really can't get that clean punch on him. But Floyd attack your ass up.
Hey, it ain't no number, bro, but what I can do is drop this link in the chat. But I was about to hop off. But if you're about to hop on, bro, click on that link. Come on and state your opinion, bro. Go ahead. The link is in the chat. And matter of fact, y'all hit that like button, bro, because there's still 17 people in here. I only got 10 likes. I don't get it.
Man, hit that like button for E, man. Hit that like button, man, so we can get the notifications up, man. And
that's all I'm asking,
the channel,
bro.
Man. Hit that like button for him, man. Yeah, hit that like button for him, man. What happened to Poetic, man? He ain't rolled out on us real quick.
I don't know. I guess he burnt off, man. I guess he got too hot. He started talking that bullshit.
He be talking some bullshit sometimes, man. But that's our boy, man. It's all good, man.
He have his ways, man.
No question.
Certain ways on certain days about certain.
No question, man. No question, man. I was waiting for my man to go ahead and hit that stream yard, man, so he could jump on, man. I wanted to hear what he was talking about, man, because I think that's the same man that said something. I think he was talking to me.
The person that said something in the chat, man. Feel free, hit that link, y'all. I'm gonna give you about 2 more minutes.
Hit that link, man. I want to know what he was talking about real quick, man. I want to know what he was talking about. Yeah, it's funny though, man, how they to go back to Crawford though, it is a little bit funny, man. To see how how the things change, like Virgil Ortiz get this kind of credit, man, for beating Mean Machine, man, but they don't keep that same energy for Crawford. Like he's, it was a bum, man. So I think the same thing goes for Crawford that Floyd had that problem with, man. Is that they want to see him in a tough fight, and Crawford just doesn't make it a tough fight for nobody. It's just not a tough fight, man. You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree.
Yeah, okay. My man said 1 second. Okay, that's
come on, hop on with us, bro. But yeah, I agree with your Floyd Mayweather point, man. It just gets to the point where the dude is so great and he ain't really been challenged. He ain't really been hit enough. That fans want to see Bud bleed or look bad for a round or two. Like he really ain't struggled in any of the fights. So that's what lead people to say, oh, well, he ain't fought nobody, or if he fight these PBC fighters, he ain't gonna look as good. Like that's why they come up with these dumbass narratives, because he makes these good fighters look ordinary. I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Hey, E, man, I got a question for you, man, because I'm coming late with the whole medical thing, man. Because I'm just hearing from you guys that they say it's a detached retina.
Yeah, that's what according to, let me pull it up here. According to what's the name from where is it? I thought I put it on my computer. But yeah, it says according to ESPN's Mike Coppinger, Earl Spence's injury was a retina detachment break, according to the Nevada Commission. Bob Bennett tells ESPN that Dr. Thomas F. Kelly on August the 9th determined Spence was unfit to compete. The Ford story ain't on ESPN yet, though. Shout out to my boy Sanctus on the live with E-Thriller and Brian. Talk to me, bro. How you feeling?
He ain't really been challenged. He ain't really been enough. You know that fans want
to I can barely hear you, bro. If you sound like you got some audio in the back, mute your audio.
In any fight, so that's what leads people to say, "Oh, well, he ain't falling."
Yo, mute your audio, bro. We can hear an echo in the background.
I'm hearing audio. I can't really like.
Yeah, bro. The show ain't gonna sound good if I can hear myself and you talking at the same time.
Hey, man, I got a question for you, man. Because
we can hear you in the back, bro. Mute your audio.
How do I do it?
You should be able to. Hold on. Shit, whatever you listening to the show on, bro, just mute that shit. I don't know if you're on a computer or Xbox or whatever.
He's still there.
Yeah, he's still here. I don't know what's going on with his audio. But yeah, we can definitely hear us in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a no-go. But
yeah, it's a double talk.
I'm gonna give you one more minute, bro. If not, you have to call back another time, bro.
Yeah, I think he's still there.
What the fuck I was talking about?
No, we're talking about that eye.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's what Mike Coppinger reported the other day via Twitter. So I don't know, man. We'll see. Hopefully that boy come back and be what he was, man. You just never know with them eye injuries, though, in the sport of boxing.
Yeah, that's a real talk about Earl Thomas right there.
What'd he say? He said Crawford has fought and defeated more undefeated fighters, world champions, and Olympians than anybody at 147. That's who Bud has fought. Good point.
Yeah, they don't talk that, man. If you look at Bud resume, man, he got a lot of O's on there, man.
Yeah,
a lot of O's.
dudes that was undefeated.
You know what I'm saying? And champions, man. He got a lot of O's on there, man. And they don't give him credit for that. You know what I'm saying? They hate on him for that shit.
I guess my boy Sanctus ain't gonna come on. Maybe he'll come on another time, man. But hey, Brian, I appreciate you for rocking with me tonight, man. I got
man, one love.
Yeah, yes, man. So I can do some goddamn homework with my son.
I know that's right, man.
You doing home?
I know that's right.
The shit been kicking my wife's ass, so yeah, we got to get to it.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe, man, to E-Thriller, man. You know what I'm saying? And keep the show going, man. You're doing a wonderful job, man. You know,
thanks, bro.
Like you said, man, don't be on here, you know, just going on here and getting the free shit, man. Go ahead and like and subscribe. It don't cost you nothing, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that,
yes, sir.
Bro. Hey,
yes,
man,
sir.
Shout out to everybody that's watching this video on the playback. Shout out to everybody that's been rocking with me. Until next time, I'm gone. Holla.
Peace.
Peace.